back to another episode of Into the 99. We've got 99 cards because Commander's number one. I am Slothy, joined by my very good buddy Sherman. Sherman, how you doing?
I'm doing good, trying to stay warm. How about you?
Oh, about the same. It's been a bit of a cold one this week. We've been a little spoiled with nice weather for the last little while, so it was bound to happen.
Yeah, like we went from like plus like 20 down to like minus 30 in a day with like
hmm
3 or 4 feet of snow just dumping down on us, right? It's like, yeah, it's crazy,
Oh yeah.
but it is what it is.
Yeah.
At the same time, Daniel is with us. He is still sick, but he is able to record with us this time.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh yeah,
coughing
that's
lots.
right.
I'm
We're
I'm
like,
here.
hey
I'm
Daniel,
here
you
in
want to say
spirit.
anything? No, never mind. He can't even speak.
I'm here in spirit.
There you go. There you go. Anyways, so we were talking earlier about spoilers for the new set coming out. Can you believe that it's already another set coming out? So I feel like, how long has Lorwyn been out?
Lorwyn was the end of January, I believe. So it's been around a month or so.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been out that long, and now we're already coming into like the turtles.
Yeah. Yeah, things are moving very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. I like the sets and everything. I know that's not the same opinion as everyone else, but
Mhm.
it is what it is. You don't have to get it, but I do like the sets. So, but
Yeah.
it's too much still.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of the main issue. Like the sets themselves are fine, and if you're into the turtles and all that, like that's awesome. Um, but yeah, it is just very, very short succession from Lorwyn.
100%. All right. But with that, we should get into the deck tech. But before we do that, we gotta talk about our sponsors. First one we're gonna talk about is our very own Nerd Gear in right here. I'm sorry for the people that are listening, so you can't see that. We are with Nerd Gear here. Promo code IT99 at nerdgear.ca. They're a great bunch of people. I have to say the Commander like Essentials kit here is really really nice. Like because it comes with like the plate where you can put like keep track of like the commander damage or life and everything. And it also comes with like the in like the tokens that you can like write on with a marker.
hmm
Those ones. I can't even remember what they're called off the top of my head. Bloody hell, it's so early in the morning. Anyways, so our other sponsor here we gotta talk about is House of Cards. They have been wonderful and they keep on coming in with new stock. I keep on buying from them and I'm running out of money, which is sad. But anyway, houseofcards.ca promo code IT99 gets you 5% off. You're gonna buy cards anyway, so you might as well go see what they have. And guess what? They always get new stock in. So it's like almost like a habit of mine checking them constantly and see like, hey, do you have this card yet? Do you have this card yet? Do you have this card yet? But it is
hmm
what it is. They eventually do get it in. So houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. With that, let's jump into the deck tag. So because it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out soon, TMNT coming out soon. You know me, I like getting a jump on the things, and we're gonna talk about something that was spoiled a long time ago. Didn't really get around to trying to build around it. I've been busy. You guys have seen that like the past few episodes. It's Slothy and Dan doing their deck techs and everything, and I've been in the background for a while because I've been busy. Finally have some time, and I've put together Super Shredder or One in a Black. It's a legendary creature that's a mutant ninja human that's a 1/1. It has menace. This is important. We like the menace. Whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Super Shredder. So we're gonna get this out early. We're gonna be aggressive. This deck is soul summary of like 27, which is below average. It does not feel like that when you're playing the deck. It is bracket 4. I will definitely say that. But this is a salty deck. So, Slothy, what do you think so far?
Well, I'm a huge fan of aristocrats and sacrifice themes, so I'm incredibly intrigued to see what you've done with this guy. Um, $30 commander is crazy, but I imagine once the set comes out, he's gonna drop. Um, and yeah, having this be as salty as you were saying on $118 is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it's a budget build. You guys know me. I like trying to build more of a budget. We've all been slowly moving towards that, just because it's just easier on for us to absorb any kind of cost. Like it's the economy is down. Let's face it. People have less money. It's harder for everything, and we still want to play the game. We still want to play our hobbies. So, and who knows if you crack a pack and you get something like Super Shredder, just by luck, you might want to build it, and here you go. So here's a budget. But the
Yeah.
nice thing about Super Shredder is just the fact that it's whenever another permanent. It doesn't have to be creatures. It can be
Mhm.
artifact, enchantment, lands. That's the fun part.
Yeah. Yeah, you could build this with a food token theme if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can do foods. You can do clues. So land destruction. You name it.
And I really like that it's not just permanent you control as well.
Yes. So that's the key thing. And like you can go crazy. You can go like I have my maybe board, and we'll go over my maybe board. Once again, the maybe board is 10 cards and it's priced the same, pretty much the same as the whole deck, just to show you what the differences are. So
Mhm.
but let's jump into it. Let's jump into the wrap. You want to start off, Slothy?
Sure. First one we've got here is Basil Thrall. Double black for a 1/2 Thrall. You can tap and sacrifice to add double black to your mana pool.
Yeah, I forgot to mention one more thing. Some of these cards are going to be hard to find because they're so old.
Hmm.
So Battle Throw, like it's from Fallen Empires. I don't think they'll ever reprint this, but it is what it is. Um, the next one here is going to be a Blood Pet for a single black. It's a 1/1 throw creature. You can sacrifice the Blood Pet to add a black to your mana pool.
I like it. Then we've got Blood Vassal. 2 and a black for a 2/2 Thrall. You can sacrifice it to add double black to your mana pool.
Now we're going to bring back a card that we haven't played in ages. No one's played this in ages, but it used to be a staple. And that's Burnished Heart for 3 mana. It's a 2/2 artifact creature elk. And for 3 mana, you can sacrifice this creature, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
And then we've got Commander Sphere. 3 mana artifact. You can tap it for 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity, and you can sacrifice it to draw a card.
Yeah, you can see we're going in with a lot of things that you can sacrifice here for
Mhm.
obvious reasons. The next one is an interesting newer card here. It's going to be Infernal Idol for 3 mana. It's an artifact that you can tap for a single black. But for 1 double black, you tap it to sacrifice the idol, you draw 2 cards, and you lose 2 life. So it's nice to have in the beginning. And like after that, if we really need the card draw, that we get it there. Ooh, I forgot to mention one more thing. It's early, guys. I'm very, very, very sorry. Super Shredder is 2 mana. We're gonna try to bring it as fast as we can, and we have 14 ramp cards because Super Shredder gets killed a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. It seems like he's one of
so,
those ones that can be a
so
problem real fast.
yeah. So let's just go with the fact that you're gonna be casting Super Shredder maybe 5 or 6 times in a game.
Oh no.
Fair
Um,
warning. Fair warning.
Next one
Anyway,
we've got here is going to be Letter of Acceptance. 3 mana artifact. You can tap for 1 mana of any color, and you can pay 2 and tap and sacrifice to draw a card.
yeah, letter of acceptance is really nice for stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
the same thing for this next card. It's going to be a Mind Stone for 2 mana. Tap to add a colors, and for 1 and a tap, you can sacrifice the Mind Stone to draw a card.
And then we've got Pitiless Plunderer. 3 and a black for a 1/4 human pirate. Whenever another creature you control dies, create a treasure token.
This is a card that people will probably kill on sight. So if you want to try to bait out some removal, this is the card. But if you get it on the field, it does wonders for you.
Oh, absolutely.
The next one is going to be Skull of Ramos for 3 mana. Can anyone remember what Skull of Ramos does? It's an old card. It's an artifact. It taps to add 1 black to your mana pool. So, and you can sacrifice it to add 1 mana to your mana pool. Oh, sorry, a black mana. So it basically can be like 2 mana in a sense if you really, really, really want.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got our good old Soul Ring. 1 mana artifact, taps for 2.
After that, we have the sad robot, Solemn Simulacrum for 4 mana. It's a 2/2 golem. When this creature enters, you may search for library for a basic land card. Put that card on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. When this creature dies, and it will, you may draw a card.
Then we've got our Sonic Screwdriver. 3 mana artifact. You can tap for 1 mana of any color. Pay 1 and tap it to untap another target artifact. 2 and tap to scry 1, or 3 and tap to have target creature can't be blocked this turn. I love this one.
That last one's the important one.
Mm-hmm.
So, because when Super Shredder gets big, it gets big.
Yes.
And then our last ramp card is going to be Wayfarer's Bauble for a single mana. It's an artifact where you tap 2 and tap it, sacrifice this artifact, search your library for a basic land card, put that card on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. So that's that. After that, like usual, we go on to card advantage. So Slothy, you want to hit it? Hit it.
Absolutely. Ooh, I like this one. First up, we've got Bushmeat Poacher. 3 and a black for a 2/4 human soldier. You pay 1 and tap to sacrifice another creature. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness and draw a card. Good way to trigger your commander, or if you're in a real pinch, get rid of your commander. Gain a bunch of life.
Exactly. So it's nice for that. So, especially like if Super Shredder is gonna get big fast from everyone sacrificing things, then yeah, like emergency, sacrifice your commander, gain your like 8 or 10 life and everything, and you get a draw card, and then you can, recast Super Shredder again for probably the 4th time. Yeah. The next one is going to be Deadly Dispute for 1 and a black. It's an instant. Add an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. Always good, always nice.
Yeah. And then we've got Dockside Chef. A single black for a 1/2 enchantment creature, human citizen. Pay 1 and a black, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw a card.
And after that, we have a really, really interesting card where people will hate you when you target them. It's going to be Invoke Despair for 1 and 4 black. We don't care, we're mono black, so it's all easy for us. It's a sorcery. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. So on one side, you can either just get them to sacrifice a creature, enchantment, and a planeswalker if you're lucky, or if they don't have any of those, you can get them to lose 6 life and you draw 3 cards. Very nice.
Kind of a win-win either way.
Yeah, and with your commander out, if they sacrifice all 3, you get 3 +1/+1 counters on your commander.
Mm-hmm.
For 50 cents. 50 cents. Anyways.
Next up here, we've got Lembas. 2 mana for an artifact food. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1, then draw a card. You can pay 2 and tap and sacrifice it to gain 3 life. And when it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, its owner shuffles it into their library. Good way to get a little bit of recurable value out of your commander.
Oh, yeah. I do have to say, I do hope they do reprint this in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Even though I'm more than certain they won't. Yeah, I really do hope. Like, for a common, it's a $2. It's $2.50.
Mm-hmm.
For a common. Come on.
It's crazy, but I do believe this one sees quite a bit of play in Pauper.
Yeah, it does. That's the reason why. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is going to be a nutrient block for a single mana. It's an artifact that's a food. It has indestructible. For 2 mana, you can tap it to sack this artifact. You gain 3 life. When this artifact is put into graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card.
That looks appetizing.
Yum yum yum.
Then we've got Obsessive Purist, 1 and a black for an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose a life and create a clue token. Whenever you attack, put X +1/+1 counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. If X is 3 or greater, that creature gains lifelink until end of turn.
Yeah, so remember, it's permanence once again, just like Shredder, right? So it can be land, artifacts, creatures, it doesn't matter. All you need to do is get up to 3. And like Super Shredder gets another +3/+3 from this, and it gets lifelink when you're attacking. So hey, we're gonna be aggressive. Hey, be aggressive.
Oh, I love it.
We really do want to be aggressive with the deck. Like I said, it's going to be a salty deck. You're coming out of the gate swinging. You do not care. So, the next one is going to be Pitiless Carnage for 3 and a black. It's another sorcery. Sacrifice any number of permanents you control, then draw that many cards. Now, it also has plot for 1 double black. So you may pay this and exile this card from your hand, cast it at a sorcery speed on a later turn without paying its mana cost, and plot only as a sorcery. Yes, I know there's things like reprocess that, are the same thing, but this has plot. So, and it's cheaper than reprocess. and any number of permanents, not just artifacts. So,
yeah. Then we've got Sanguine Spy, 2 and a black for a 2/3 vampire rogue with menace and lifelink. You pay 1 and sacrifice another creature. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard, you may pay 2 life, and if you do, draw a card.
Yeah, we're paying that life. We want the card.
Oh yeah.
The next one we have here is going to be Scornblade Berserker for a single black. It's a human berserker that's a 0/1. It has backup 1. So when this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability until end of turn. And that ability is 1 mana, sacrifice this creature, draw a card. Once again, we might do this on Super Shredder, but I doubt it. We can, but we won't.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't know if sacrifice and here, it'll definitely not be a 1/1.
Yeah, definitely won't be.
Next up, we've got Stone of Eric, 1 mana for a legendary artifact. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. Pay 2 and tap it to sacrifice the Stone of Eric and exile target player's graveyard, draw a card.
We have to have them hit graveyard hate, so yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is a nice one. It's Wedding Invitation for 2 mana. It's an artifact. When the invitation enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. You can tap and sacrifice the invitation, and target creature cannot be blocked this turn. If it's a vampire, which it's not, but if it was, it also gains lifelink until end of turn. And yes, we do have a vampire in this deck, so that might actually matter too.
Hey, if it's Sanguine Spy, we're all good.
That's right. Oh yeah, Sanguine Spy. So we have more than 1. Okay, we have 3 vampires. There we go. Anyway, that's the card advantage. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty stuff, the meat of the bones. And that's going to be the sack outlets. So you want to go ahead and take it away, Slothy?
Absolutely. First one we've got here is Grafted War Gear. 3 mana for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+2, and when it becomes unattached from a permanent, sacrifice that permanent, and it has equipped for 0.
Yeah, so worst comes to worst, it's like a sorcery speed sack outlet where you're just moving it to creature to creature to creature.
Hey, whatever gets the job done.
Worst comes to worst. Sure, we won't do that, but that's besides the point. It can be done. The next one is going to be Hope of Girper for a single mana. Legendary artifact creature Thopter. That's a 1/1. It has flying. You can sacrifice the Hope of Girper And until your next turn, target player who was dealt combat damage by the Hope of Gearper is this turn can't cast non-creature spells. So fun times.
Yeah. Ooh, this next one I actually started building as the commander.
Nice.
We've got June, Bounty Hunter. 1 and a black for a 2/2 legendary human mercenary. Can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. You can pay 1, sacrifice another creature to create a clue token. Activate only during your turn.
She seems like a fun card, so I have to try her out.
Oh yeah.
So and it's like, we draw a second card, which will happen often. Like you get a free attack in, why not?
Yeah.
The next one is going to be Umbral Caller Zealot for 1 and a black. It's a creature human cleric that's a 3/2. Sacrifice another creature or artifact, and you get to surveil 1. This is an amazing card from Edge of Eternities.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only an uncommon, so yeah, you got to pick some up.
Absolutely, yeah. And then we've got his weaker cousin, Visirasir. Single black for a 1/1 vampire wizard. Sacrifice a creature, scry 1.
Weaker and cheaper for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And our last sack outlet is going to be a Zeranorb. Ha, you didn't see that coming, did you? For 0 mana, it's an artifact. Has sacrificed a land, you gain 2 life. So if we're closing it out, we only have 1 person left and we have to attack getting in, and the person has no tricks, we can sacrifice all of our lands if we really feel like it to pump up the Super Shredder to get that final blow in.
Mm-hmm.
Just cause.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. So if you really want to do something like that, you can get like a bunch of snowlands instead and put in something like a sunstone, and then you can sacrifice like a snowland by paying like 2 mana or something like that, and then fogging constantly, so you're always saving Super Shredder if need be. But it seems like a little excessive. So those are the things that we can sacrifice constantly. The next one is just like almost like single time sacrifice for everyone. So, but let's see what it goes through. So this category is called Sacrifice for Our Fearless Leader because it's Super Shredder. Slothy, take it away.
Yeah. First up here, we've got Bellowing Mauler. 4 and a black for a 4/6 Ogre Warrior. At the beginning of your end step, each player loses 4 life unless they sacrifice a non-token creature. This one's solid.
This is a fun. Sorry?
This one's very solid.
Yeah. This one's really fun and solid because, like, besides the fact that like the sacrifice or people are paying for life, it has a big butt. It's a 4/6. People aren't just going to swing into you willy nilly.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really, really nice for that. The next one, I have to throw it in. I tend to do that every single time, and it's going to be the Butcher of Malakir for 5 double black. It's a creature vampire warrior. That's a 5/4. It has flying, and whenever the Butcher of Malakir or another creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, this is another kill on sight. So once again, if you want to bait something out, but hope that no one has anything, there you go.
Yeah, 7 mana bait's a little rough, but that's other things to read.
It's a little.
Next up, we've got Custody Lich. 3 double black for a 4/2 zombie cleric. When it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. And when you become the monarch, target player sacrifices a creature.
So this card is really fun politically because let's say Daniel is the problem. And I'm like, Slothy, I have the monarch. You can attack me with something that's like a 1/1. I will take the damage and you can take the monarch. Then on my turn, I'll attack you with a 1/1. I get the monarch back, and then I choose Daniel to sacrifice his creature. Let's be friends here. You benefit, I benefit. It only drains, costs us like a life each, but we gotta get rid of the creature that Daniel has. So no one's gonna complain.
No, free card draw and being able to get rid of the problem.
Yeah. So, the next one here is gonna be Dane the Broker for 2 and a black. It's a legendary creature, human warlock. That's a 3/3. It has a bunch of abilities here. So you can tap it to sacrifice a creature. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. Or you can tap to remove a counter from a creature you control to create a treasure token. Or you can tap to sacrifice an artifact, create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. Or finally, for 4 mana, untap Bane the Broker. Really powerful, especially since we have a lot of RAM. So we're trying to pump out as much mana as we can because once again, Super Shredder's going to die a lot. We need extra mana. And with the extra mana, we can actually use Bane the Broker 2 or 3 times sometimes.
Yeah.
So, fun.
Next up, we've got Fandaniel, Telefori Ascane. 4 and a black for a 4/5 Elder Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, surveil 1. And at the beginning of your end step, each opponent may sacrifice a non-token creature of their choice. Each opponent who doesn't loses 2 life for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard.
This card gets out of control fast. So anyone who's played against someone that has a Yashtola deck, commander deck from Final Fantasy, this was like in the precon. When it's out with Yashtola, it's maddening. It does so much. It's crazy for like a 60-cent card here.
Yeah.
So you can probably find it cheaper. Maybe you'll find it for $1. Even then, even if it's $1, it's still worth it. It's crazy. This could be $3. It'll still be worth it. It's crazy. Heck, I'll even pay $5 for it. $5. That's the max. Anyway.
Well, I think I've got one. You can buy it off me for $5 if you want.
No, I'm broke. That's why I build budget now. Anyways, so next card here is going to be Fleshbag Marauder for 2 and a black. It's a zombie warrior that's a 3/1. When a Fleshbag Marauder enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature. Great time. A great time.
Then we've got Grave Lighter. 2 and a black for a 2/2 spirit with flying. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card if a creature died this turn. Otherwise, each player sacrifices a creature.
Timing matters for this one.
Yeah.
There's been times when like I don't want to draw the card. I want people to sacrifice stuff. It's like, oh wait, someone already sacrificed the creature. Crap. It is what it is. So sometimes that player is me, especially with this next card here, and that's going to be the Hell's Caretaker for 3 and a black. It's a creature horror. That's a 1/1. You can tap it to sacrifice a creature. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only during your upkeep. That part I forget, but it's a fun card.
Yeah. And then we've got Merciless Executioner. 2 and a black for a 3/1 Orc Warrior. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature. We got Fleshbag Marauder 2.0.
Yep. Gotta have them all. The next one I can't pronounce, but it is what it is. Let's try it. It's going to be Osseous Stick Twister. Something along those lines. For 1 and a black, it's an artifact creature that's a scarecrow. With that name, yeah. It's a 2/2. It has lifelink. It has delirium, which is what we care about. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, each opponent may sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Then, this creature deals damage equal to its power to each opponent who didn't sacrifice a permanent or discard a card this way. Sure, it's a 2/2. There's only 2 life, but if we're able to find ways to put counters on it, you never know.
Yeah, it's not like you don't have Fane the Broker to help with that and other stuff. It wouldn't be too difficult.
Nah.
And then we've got Plague Crafter. 2 and a black for a 3/2 human shaman. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card.
Always nice for that. The next one here is going to be Sidisi, Regent of the Mire, for 1 and a black. Legendary creature, zombie snake warlock. Man, they barely fit that in there. Holy smokes. Anyways, it's a 1/3. You can tap it to sacrifice a creature you control with mana value X other than Sidisi. Return target creature card with mana value X plus 1 from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery.
Solid.
Ooh, this next card I thought about you, Slothy.
Aw. Yeah, next up we've got Smallpox. Double black for a sorcery. Each player loses a life, discards a card, sacrifices a creature, then sacrifices a land. Love it.
Yeah, this is something you would do hands down every single time it came up.
Oh yeah. Doesn't even
Yeah.
matter if I've only got one land.
Yeah. Oh, smallpox is so devastating, especially with like early on. So like turn 2 like Shredder, okay. Turn 3 smallpox. If everyone has like a creature, they're
Mhm.
they're popping it off. Like I know I'm looking at the ceiling here, but everyone's losing a creature, so that's 3 counters plus yourself, maybe. So you got to cast something with like a blood pet or something like that. So you got to make
Mhm.
sure you have something other than Super Shredder. But like so you have like 4 creatures, 4 lands. So Super Shredder gets like +8/+8 on turn 3 if you're lucky. So and you're swinging
Yeah.
in with Menace. You're getting it in.
9/9 with
So,
Menace on turn 3.
yeah, that's doable.
Oh yeah.
So that's a scary thing. It's doable because we have creatures that cost 1 mana in here. That's why it's
Mhm.
doable. That's why it's scary.
Oh yeah.
And the next card we have here, gotta have it. It's a Victimize for 2 and a black. It's a sorcery. Choose 2 target creature cards in your graveyard. Sacrifice a creature. If you do, return the chosen cards to the battlefield tap. So we
Gotta
might
have
not
it.
have to pay the mana for the Butcher Manicure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the end of that section. Next one is going to be
Yeah.
the utilities. So things that are just nice overall.
Yeah. And first up here, we've got a Judy, one of many. 1 and a black for a 2/2 human advisor. You can pay a black and tap to surveil 1. Create a token that's a copy of this creature, then sacrifice an artifact or creature. Activate only as a sorcery.
I am more than certain I cannot go infinite with Judy in this deck. So if anyone asks, no, you do not go infinite. I don't remember how it went, but I know there's a few combos with Judy that you can go infinite.
Mhm.
This should not have it, so we should be safe.
That's what they all say.
That's what, yeah. Until like we find it by accident.
Uh, yeah,
Sorry.
Judy, Lightning Greaves, and Pitiless Plunderer, apparently.
Yeah, I don't have the lightning greaves in here. I have
No.
no haste.
No.
So we are safe, everyone. We have the Piteous Splendor. We have Judy. We have no hate. If someone drops down a Concordian Crossroads or something like that gives everything haste, okay. You know what? Fine. Go nuts. Do it. Because, it's there, but you didn't put it in your deck, so it's not bad. So, anyway, you know what? Maybe I should put in a Mirage Mirror just so I can copy an artifact and do that. Then it'd be like, hey, you gave me the infinite combo. I didn't throw it in. You gave me the infinite combo.
I think if that's the case, then it's totally fine. Because then it's completely up to what's going on around you.
Yeah, like you. Let's have everyone like you guys tell us. Like, would that be okay? Would that not be okay? I think it'd be okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't directly put it in. Next card here, though, that we gotta get back to talking about is going to be Midnight Snack for 2 and a black. It's an enchantment. It has raid. So at the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, you create a food token. For 2 and a black, you sacrifice this enchantment. Target opponent loses X life, where X is the amount of life you've gained this turn. That much? Not really, but we don't care.
Yeah. Ooh, this one's a fun one. We've got Old Flitterfang. It is 4 and a black for a 3/4 legendary rat fairy with flying. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, create a food token. Love to see it. 2 and a black, sacrifice another creature or artifact, and give Old Flitterfang +2/+2 until end of turn.
I just really like the artwork of this.
Yeah. Yeah, Eldraine had a lot of really, really cool artwork.
Agreed. It was really, really nice. Really, really nice to see all of that. So
Mhm.
it was really nice and colorful too, because he had like the whole food theme and everything, right? So
Yeah, like you've got the darker side of it with this card, and then you've got things. Oh, I forget what it's called. Grand Squall, the Teamer Adventure Commander. That's all just like bright, vibrant, Adventure Timey esque
Yeah,
colors.
yeah, it was fun for that. So the next one we do have here is going to be Pawn of Ulamog for 1 black. Is a vampire shaman that's a 2/2. Oh, sorry, that was another vampire. So we have 4 vampires so far. Haha.
Let's
When
go.
a Pawn of Ulamog or another non-token creature you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may put a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token onto the battlefield. It has sacrifice this creature, add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool.
I can see this one going a little bit crazy.
A little bit. So like we have like a decent amount of creatures in our deck, and some of them can come back, which is going to be the next card here. But you'll see. So
Okay. Next up here, we've got the Reassembling Skeleton. 1 and a black for a 1/1 Skeleton Warrior. You can pay 1 and a black to return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. It's a classic for decks like this.
yeah, I think it keeps coming back. You got to have it. Yeah.
And this is
So
one that you will have no trouble finding.
yeah.
It has
Thank
been
goodness for
printed
that.
so many times.
Ooh, this next one, ironically, is kind of hard to find. This one's Sifter of Skulls for 3 and a black. It's an Eldrazi creature that's a 4/3, has Devoid, which no one cares about. And whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature token onto the battlefield. It has sacrifice this creature, add a colorless mana to your mana pool. So this one's nicer just because it's a 1/1 compared to the Pawn of Ulamog, which is a 0/1. But still, the fact that you get a sacrifice for mana is kind of nice.
If you had a way, and this is entirely just theory, because I know that it's not really your thing. If you had a way to make it so that the colorless mana could be filtered into colored and have both of Pawn of Ulamog and Sifter of Skulls and Reassembling Skeleton out, you get yourself some infinite ETB and LTB there.
Yeah, so an easy way to do that would have to be outside of black because
Yeah.
I was playing around with concept like that with Zerda, the Dawn Waker or Breaker, whatever, because it
Yeah.
reduces your activation costs by like 2 to work, and it can't go below 1, right? So, but you have that with like creatures or artifacts that filter mana, and the filter mana normally is like you requires like 2 colors mana to produce 1 colored mana, right? So you can do it that way. But that's the only way I can think off the top of my head. So
Yeah. So Zerda, Prismite, Pawn of Ulamog, Sifter of Skulls, Reassembling Skeleton gets you infinite ETBs and LTBs.
Pretty much. Pretty much. That's an infinite combo I wouldn't mind because that requires a lot.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I would do off the top of my head unless I sit down and actually think about it.
But moving on here, we've got our Suspicious Bookcase. 2 mana for 0/4 artifact creature wall with Defender. You can pay 3 and tap it to have a target creature unable to be blocked this turn.
I love the Suspicious Bookcase. It's just no one cares about it just because it's like, oh, your creature can't be blocked. And then you have Super Shredder that's like a 10/10. It's just like, oh, I really do care that I can't, I could block it, but I can't.
No.
So the next section is something that I like. Daniel doesn't. He's getting better at it. Slothy's pretty good. It's going to be interaction. So the first one here we're going to start off with is going to be Cornered by Black Mages for 1 black. It's another sorcery. Target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. And you create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. It's very nice. It's really nice.
I love the Black Mages and the Black Wizard tokens from Final Fantasy. They're so much fun.
Yeah. It just makes me want to play Final Fantasy IX again, just seeing all that stuff again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which I might do.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Well, we just recently just rebought. That's kind of sad. Legend of Dragoon.
Oh
So we're
yeah,
reading that right now.
nice.
There's no. How old are you? Well, you want to know how old I am? Like I was playing Legend of Dragoon. Look that up for those that don't know what it is.
Oh. Next up here, we've got Executioner's Capsule. It's a single black for an artifact. You can pay 1 and a black and tap it to sacrifice Executioner's Capsule. Destroy target non-black creature.
The next one, I think this might be, besides Super Shredder, the most expensive card we have in the deck. And it's going to be Hellish Rebuke for 2 and a black. It's an instant. Until end of turn, permanents your opponent control gain. When this permanent deals damage to a player who casts Hellish Rebuke, sacrifice this permanent. You lose 2 life. So, someone's attacking you with like 4 angels. Fine. Let them cast this. You take the hit. They sacrifice their 4 angels. They also lose 8 life. So I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah. Then you'll be getting all the +1/+1 counters and all that good stuff.
The most fun you have with this card, in all honesty, is when people attack you or or whatnot when it tries to get into chip damage, and you're just like,
Mhm.
okay, fine, I'll take it, and just go from there.
Yeah. Um, Next up here, we've got Rush of Dread. 1 double black for a sorcery. It's got spree, so you can choose one or more of the additional costs. +1 to have target players sacrifice half the creatures they control, rounded up. +2, target opponent discards half the cards in their hand, rounded up. Or +2, target opponent loses half their life, rounded up.
So it's really, really nice to do all three, but it costs 8 mana.
Yeah.
More than likely, you're just going to spend the 4 mana to have someone sacrifice half their creatures. However, the other one where target opponent loses half their life rounded up is very nice, especially since, once again, you're very aggressive, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you're attacking and attacking and attacking and you can't get to the one person because they're pillow 14 or something like that, no problem. For your life, down to 20, making it a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
So
All you had to do was not
it's a
be
fun
pillow
card. That's what you get for pillow 4, yeah. The next one is going to be Seal of Doom for 2 and a black. It's an enchantment. You sacrifice the Seal of Doom, destroy target non-black creature. It can't be regenerated. Yes, I know it's limited to non-black creature. I don't care. It's an enchantment, so it helps with their delirium for the 1 card. So you
Mm-hmm.
never know, it might help. Plus, they're sacrificing this, so it adds to Super Shredder. Why not?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
And then we've got another classic here. We've got Shriekmaw, 4 and a black for a 3/2 elemental with fear. I imagine you're not paying 4 and a black for this very often. But when this creature enters, destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature. But it also has evoke for 1 and a black, so you may cast it for its evoke cost, and if you do, sacrifice it when it enters. So you evoke it out for 2, sacrifice it, destroy something else, get 2 counters on Shredder for 2 mana.
Yeah. It's
Pretty
especially
cool.
nice considering Shredder has menace, right? So
Mhm.
if someone's like, "Oh, I have 2 blockers, so I'm not worried," and you Shriek Maw, then you kill off the creature. Now that creature's gone, your Shriek Maw is gone. Super Shredder gets a +2/+2, and you're basically unblockable for that one person.
Yeah.
It's just nice. The next card, in all honesty, I've never seen anyone play. Like, I'm sure people do. I've just never seen anyone play it. So I'm kind of, wanting to try it out and everything. That's going to be Skull Storm for 7 double black. It's a sorcery. For 9 mana, this better be really good, right? Yeah. So when you cast a spell, copy it for each time you've cast your commander from the command zone this game. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Each opponent who can't loses half their life, rounded up.
So
So
you've said that you're going to be casting your commander because it's dying a lot.
at least 4 or 5 times a game. 4 or 5 times a game. Okay. So Super Shredder gets expensive. It gets like 10, 12 mana sometimes, right? We don't care. We have the ramp. It's not a big deal. But that feeds into this spell, right? Because even if you can't recast your commander 3 times, having this 3 times is brutal, especially when we have everything like Fleshbag Marauder and Playcrafter, stuff like that. Things where we were forcing everyone to sacrifice creatures. When no one has creatures left, and unless you're like a token player, if you have no creatures left, it makes no difference. You're gonna be losing your life, like half your life every single time, right? Even if you only do that twice, it's still a lot of life they're losing. And then Super Shredder can come in for the final blow because guess what? There's no more creatures to stop him because he has Menace.
Yeah.
This is a game finisher for someone. For 9 mana, well worth it.
Yeah, like I'm just kind of doing some math here. Say you've cast your commander 3 times.
Yeah.
The kind of the ceiling on the sacrificing side, you'll be getting 9+1/+1 counters if everyone has 3 creatures to sacrifice, which is going to let you swing in with a +9/+9 on top of whatever it already is Shredder.
100%.
Or if nobody has any creatures to sacrifice and you've cast your commander 3 times, you're bringing everybody from 40 to 5 life, and then swinging in with your Shredder because there's no creatures.
100%. This is a game ender.
That.
I don't care what people say. This is a game ender.
That's amazing.
5 life. Can you imagine that? 5 life? Just because you have no creatures? 5 life. It's silly. So, like, when people are like, oh, like, you killed my commander again, it's like, yeah, I had to because, it's like you're being aggressive. It's early on, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Kill it. Kill my commander. Go nuts. The moment I get this card out, unless you have a counter spell or something like that, hey, it's going to go off.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, even if they counter it, like, do I get my copies or not? Because as I cast the spell, I'm making copies of this, right? So
yeah, you would.
Yeah. So even if like it goes off twice, and like let's say no one has any creatures, okay, they go from 40 to 20 to 10 life, okay. Or sorry, like let's say twice, yeah, 40 from 40 to 20, so that's once, and then from 20 to 10, so that's second time, okay.
Mm-hmm.
If they have no creatures, that means I'm swinging in
Mm-hmm.
and getting a free attack. If they have creatures, fine. You do it like once. Let's say from 40 to 20. Okay, fine. And then I swing in for the kill.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's still a game ender.
Oh yeah. I haven't thought about this card in
But yeah, I'm really excited for this one.
Kind of rounding out this section here, we've got the Eldest Reborn. Yeah, it's 4 and a black for a saga. The first Super Shredder sagas could be fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about that before too. Especially with Final Fantasy sagas, because they're creatures as well.
Yeah. Ooh, I've got an idea. The first one, each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. The second chapter, each opponent discards a card. And the third, put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control.
Yeah, real fun, real nice. 5 mana is really, really good. So, but we go to our last section here, the section that everybody hates except for me, but it's going to be board wipes. And we have semi-board wipes, I would say. We have 4 of them. All right. The first one, it's a fun one. It's going to be Death Cloud for X, triple black. So it costs quite a bit. It's a sorcery. Each player loses X life, discards X cards, sacrifices X creatures, then sacrifices X lands.
This is why they're counting it as bracket 4.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
This is why it's bracket 4. This is why the salt summary, I'm like, this is not right. It should be higher for things like this. So this is a really salty deck. Like I said in the beginning, your people are losing creatures, they're discarding things, all that jazz. It is not a easy deck to play against. Do not play this against beginners. Play this against more experienced people that don't get as salty, people
Mhm.
that like have like a good time and are okay with the style deck,
Yeah,
and it's budget.
that's the best part.
That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. It's budget.
Um, Next up here, we've got Killing Wave. X and a black for a sorcery. For each creature, its controller sacrifices it unless they pay X life. So I imagine with this, if there's a bunch of creatures, you'll just make it super high and then only keep your shredder around.
100%.
Nice.
The next one is called Make an Example. For 3 and a black, it's a sorcery. Each opponent separates the creatures they control into 2 piles. For each opponent, you choose one of their piles. Each opponent sacrifices the creatures in their chosen pile. Piles can be empty. So, once again, we run into a very political card. Who's the problem? Are you the problem, Slothy? You're not the problem. You're my ally. You have 4 creatures. How about I make a deal with you? I tell you what. You take all 4 of those creatures and you put them in a single pile. In the second pile, you put 0 in there. And for you, just because we're friends, it's a special deal for you. Okay? I will choose the pile that is 0 in it. You get the benefit. I get the benefit. Everyone else can die.
I like it.
Making them an example. I'm showing them what happens when you do not align with me. And keep in mind, when people are making the piles, they're going to try to put at least 2 creatures per pile, because if you sacrifice the other group pile, they still want blockers or super shredder. The moment you see someone that has 1 creature in that single pile, you're probably going to choose the other one so that you can still get in that free attack.
Yeah, exactly. It's very, very risky to have 0 or 1 in a pile here.
Yeah, it's a real fun card. So,
And next up here, we've got the Massacre Girl. 3 double black for a 4/4 legendary human assassin with menace. When Massacre Girl enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn.
So with Massacre Girl, technically speaking, Super Shredder does not die.
Mm-hmm.
Because for each creature that goes away, she's supposed to put a -1/-1 counter on a creature. But Super Shredder says, hey, when that creature leaves the battlefield, I technically get a +1/+1. So it cancels out every single time. So Massacre Girl can literally massacre the board and you get in a kill on a player.
Mm-hmm.
Is a very high probability that is the case, especially against a token player.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, all your little 1/1
Let's say a token
soldiers.
player has 10 creatures. Okay, fine. All throw out Massacre Girl, all 10 of those creatures die. All creatures get -10/-10. Oh, like the Super Shredder gets -10/-10, but you also get the counters. Okay,
Mhm.
fine. That's not a big deal. Okay. You have free reign here. Okay. Can you kill right off the bat? No, but everyone has basically 1 turn before someone gets picked off.
Yeah.
Right? So it is what it is. But that is the deck. The next section is lands. Lands actually, truth be told, does matter here because Super Shredder says permanent. So
Yeah.
we're throwing in things like Evolving Wilds. We're throwing in things like Escape Tunnel, Esper, Panorama. Things where like we can sacrifice our lands to go search for more lands, stuff like that. I know it's kind of slow and like slow for that and anything, but you're trying to do this a little bit later on in the game as opposed to early on in the game. You're not really color fixing early on. You just want to get things out there and then use the sacrifices to pump up Shredder later on. So it's like counterintuitive in a sense there, but it is nice for that. But if we scroll all the way down, we will arrive to our maybe board. So once again, these are upgrades that you can throw in quite easily in any kind of deck for Shredder. Okay. I just don't because 1, they're extremely expensive, or 2, it's just I didn't have room, or 3, like, is hard to find. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of reasons, right? But the maybe board, 10 cards, like usual. My total price for this, $126. Once again, that's more than the entire deck, including the commander, for this budget deck. Okay, so I'm gonna start it off here. The very first one is gonna be Blade of the Blood Chief for a single mana. Okay, it's an artifact equipment. When a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature. If the equipped creature is a vampire, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it instead, and it has the equipped cost of 1. That's what I really care about. It's the equipped cost of 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I know it gets counters when they die and everything, but the fact that I can move it around for a single mana makes a huge difference, especially when we are running vampires.
Hmm.
So
One card that would be it's also on the more expensive side and a bit more maybe a bit more stapley than a lot of your stuff, but the Ozolith goes very silly in here.
100% Ozolith should go in here. So
Mhm.
I totally did not include it, but like that's because I like to keep my maybe board down to 10, or else it
Yeah.
would be 50. But Ozolith is it just dominates, right? So yeah, that's
Mhm.
definitely one.
The next one here in the maybe board is Douthie Embrace. 2 and a black for an enchantment. You can pay double black to give target creature shadow until end of turn. So you can only block with
Let's just
2
face
or
it.
more creatures. Now you can't block at all.
Yeah, let's just face it. This basically says like give target creature unblockable. Let's just face it. It's like
Yeah.
horseman shit. No one has it unless they're playing like the Maze of Shadows land, where it's like the Maze of If, but only for a shadow. Like no one plays this. You might as well just throw it in if you want to have unblockable stuff in black.
In the Doctor's deck, there's one saga that creates a token that gives my Doctor's horsemanship.
Ugh, goodness gracious. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Gross. So gross. Oh, okay. The next one is going to be Dictate of Erebos for 3 double black. We know this one is pretty much a staple. It's an enchantment. It has flash, and whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Very, very, very useful. But it's a $20 card.
Yeah. When was the
Yeah,
last time?
that's a fifth of our budget, so no.
Oh yeah, this one hasn't been reprinted at all unless you're counting Secret Lairs.
Yeah, so it's hard to find. It's really hard to find.
OG Theros. Then we've got Reign of Filth. Single black for an instant. Each land you control gains sacrifice this land, add black to your mana pool until end of turn. So in a way, this is kind of like Black High Tide.
Kind of. Like in a way you can use it for that, or if you want to close out of the game in an emergency, it's a combat trick.
Yeah, true.
So it's an expensive combat trick because you're sacrificing land. Like it's expensive because it's pricey. It's like a $10 card, but
Mhm.
expensive in a game because you're sacrificing resources, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard on that, but at the same time, if it's in an emergency, if it means like you're gonna live or something like that, or you're gonna kill someone, it's worth it.
100%.
The next one here is going to be Scavenger's Talent for a single black. It's an enchantment class. All right. So first one is whenever one or more creatures you control die, create a food token. This ability triggers only once each turn. At level 2, for 1 and a black, whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. I like that part. But for level 3, for 2 and a black, at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice 3 other non-land permanent. If you do, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Will we ever get to level 3? Maybe. Most likely, no. Level 2 already is really good. So in total, expect to spend like 3 mana for this enchantment.
Next up here is Strands of Night. 2 double black for an enchantment. You can pay double black and 2 life and sacrifice a swamp. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
It's really nice, especially if you're sacrificing, like, since you're sacrificing a swamp, it gives a +1/+1 to Shredder. And then if you're bringing back something like a Flashback Marauder,
Yeah.
and then everyone's sacrificing another like creature, then Shredder gets another like +4/+4, right? So plus
Yeah.
5 total. It's kind of sick.
Oh yeah.
The next card, you guys knew I had to throw it in. And that's gonna be Turgid, God of Fright, for 3 double black. It's a 4/5 legendary creature that's a god and has menace. But the best part is, whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It has another side to it for Turgid's Lantern for 3 in a black. It's a legendary artifact where you can tap it. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discards a card. Or you can tap 3 in a black and untap the Lantern. So Turgid, we know Turgid's a salty card. You can throw it in. I can guarantee you will get kicked out of the play group in an instant.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing with things like Smallpox and Killing Cloud and stuff like that, or sorry, Death Cloud.
Yeah, that's Death Cloud with
It's brutal.
Turgid's hilarious.
Yeah. So, yeah, Turgid's just mean. Like, don't do that. Unless you talk to your play group ahead of time. Like, I'm actually building a Turgid deck. In all honesty, I've talked to my play group, said like, hey, would you guys be okay if I built a Turgid? And they're like, no, but we're not going to stop you. I'm like, okay, so I'm building a Turgid deck now.
Yeah. Next up here, we've got the Black Gate. It's a legendary land gate. As the Black Gate enters the battlefield, you may pay 3 life. If you don't, it enters the battlefield taps for black, and you can pay 1 in a black and tap it to choose a player with the most life or tied for the most life. Target creature can't be blocked by creatures that player controls this turn. There's another way to kind of squeak through.
Attack, yeah, it's nice. I like this card a lot, but it's like $15. So no.
Yeah.
The next one is the most expensive one. Yes. The next one is the most expensive card, period, in this whole deck tech. It's going to be Torment of Hellfire. So for X double black, it's a sorcery. Repeat the following process X times. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. Either way, this is just brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, not much to say about that one.
Yeah.
Rounding out this maybe board, we've got Vona's Hunger. 2 in a black for an instant. It's got Ascend, so if you control 10 or more permanents, you get the city's blessing for the rest of the game. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. If you have the city's blessing, each opponent sacrifices half the creatures they control, rounded up instead.
Great card, fun card. For 3 mana, that's an instant speed. It's insane, right? Mm-hmm. This is a $11 card for a reason. So very hard to find.
Yeah.
But if you can find it, great, use it. It's fantastic. A lot of people are surprised because it is instant speed, it's not sorcery speed. So once again, this with Super Shredder in an emergency, you can just pump it up and go from there. But that's the deck. So Slothy, thoughts?
This one gets a chef's kiss from me. This is awesome. I love this. Probably my favorite deck that I've seen from you in a while. I'm a huge fan of the sacrificing things. I think that the Skullstorm is absolutely hilarious. I really like that it extends to the lands. I was counting. You've also got 17 ways to trigger your commander from your lands.
Yes. I have a lot.
From the Abyss. I have to say, it's also hilarious that you can politics your way into convincing other people to throw their treasures away to kill someone.
I know. It's so good for that. It's amazing. That's all you have to do. Like, you guys know me. I love talking politics. I love making deals. I love being the sleazy car salesman, in the group, trying to convince you that this shiny new card is not going to harm you, but you have to make installment payments to me in ways of attacking me to get the monarch, so I can attack you and get the monarch back. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's this deck. Like most of my decks tends to be very political. I like making deals. I like getting the group to talk. I like causing chaos, and that's what I'm focused on. And that like I love the fact that you guys love this. And once again, like it's a budget deck. It's not breaking the bank. Most of you guys will probably have the majority of these cards. The ones that you don't, you can find easy replacements for, or you can most likely find them at your local game store or from House of Cards. There's good chances that they have the majority of these. So it's not breaking the bank. And heck, even if you go to House of Cards with our promo code, get 5% off. That like that could save on a single common, because like everything here is so cheap.
Yeah.
I wanted to say a bunch of your ramp section. I'm building like the new flip Eridu, right? And a lot of these, like giving them persist things, right? Blood Pet becomes a really cool card when it just can back to back sacrifice itself, right? Same with the Vassal. Like there's really cool stuff. I like this deck a lot. It was fun to see from the side. And then I want to say, like, I'm normally yapping the whole episode, as everyone is aware. I don't ever stop talking. So while you guys were talking about these cards, I was like, I'm gonna look at these Ninja Turtle cards. That is a pretty cool set. As far, like I like to hate a lot of the times for hating sake for Universe Beyond, but there's some pretty cool cards.
There's definitely some cool ones. A lot of the art is a little bit hit or miss for me personally.
Yeah, the artwork's a little.
That's because you're so young. You're so young. It reminds me of good old cartoons. It's right.
Not even those are the ones that I like.
Oh, that's fair. I was gonna say it's the right nostalgia age for me.
No, I remember the old cartoons and watching those growing up and all that. It's the clay looking ones that are whack.
That is fair. Normally, I haven't really been buying a lot of stuff lately from these things, and I have while we were sitting here and you guys were talking, I've made a 360 card list of cards for the Ninja Turtle set. So there's a few that I like.
Just a couple.
Yeah, I'll pop up on the video here. Let me see if I can. Where's my?
Once again, House of Cards is.
Yeah. So here's like 100.
It got you stocking constantly because people like us keep on taking all their stock away.
my initial one's just like 161 of like just random, like I need the party dude card. I need like 10 of these things. Yeah. I gotta get off the internet. All right, back to you guys.
It's an interesting set. I know people online. There's a lot of people that like hate on Universes Beyond. I'm gonna say the same thing I've been saying the whole time. I don't care. So whether you play with Universe Beyond or whether you play like anything that you think is like true magic, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to sit down. I want to get together with people, random people, play, find out what they like, why they like it, how they think, the whole process, and test my knowledge and my decks and my politics against them and their wit and and all that jazz. And the fact that, like, yes, they are printing a lot. That's the one thing I do truly hate. They have been printing so many things. It's been very difficult. However, at the same time, it's fun to sit down at a table and not know what someone is going to play. Like, like back in the day, we can sit down and be like, oh, you're playing Eureka again. Yay, this is like the 12th Eureka deck I've seen this month. Whoop-de-doo. Now it's like, Eureka? Wow, I haven't seen that in ages. Well, like, there's so many choices. People can like just branch off into different kind of commanders. Sure, the play styles are just same and everything, but it feels different because of that, right? There's like, you can have the argument saying like, oh, like, here's another Blink commander, yeah, or you can have another conversation of like, oh, here's another Blink commander. What's different about this? What can I do that's different? All that stuff, right? There's two avenues. You can be the one that's like, oh, here's another one, or you can be the one that's like, oh, here's another one. Holy smoke! What what else can I do? Be positive and have fun with it. So
yeah, exactly. Like there's going to be sets and universes beyond is a particularly divisive avenue for this, but there's going to be sets that you like and there's going to be sets that you don't like. And I don't remember if it was at the very beginning of the episode or if we were just talking about it just beforehand, but there's nothing stopping you from kind of like using myself as an example. Ninja Turtle stuff is not really for me. I'm going to pick up a couple of cards, but that's probably it. But I am at the same point saving my money for The Hobbit. So it's if you don't like it, you don't like it. You can skip it. That's fine. But it's not here to yuck anyone's yum, sort of thing.
yeah, exactly. Like I personally, I grew up with Ninja Turtles. I love Ninja Turtles. I'm personally probably not gonna pick up the set because,
Yeah,
in all honesty, I'm saving up for Star Trek because I'm a bigger Star Trek fan. I've been a Star Trek fan for a long, long time. I am spending my whole magic budget for the year on Star Trek. I don't care what people have to say. I don't care if they hate it. I don't care if it's the worst set ever. I am getting a lot of Star Trek.
Actually, I just introduced my wife to there's an old like late 90s show called Beyond Beyond Belief Factor Fiction, and it's hosted by Jonathan Frakes, who played Riker on Star Trek.
And they give you like 5 stories, and which ones are true and which ones are fiction, kind of deal. Yeah, I remember that.
It's so good.
But that's a thing. Like it's like it truly is nostalgia for me, and like I really am like a fan of Star Trek. So like I don't care what people say. I want to play Star Trek.
And that's
and
entirely
I want to enjoy the cards.
Yeah, that's entirely you're right, and I think that people like as much as I might have negative reactions to some of the universe beyond things, if that is something that you grew up loving and you want to play it in Magic, hell yeah, you do that. And like anybody that's going to try to make you feel bad for liking like Star Trek or Ninja Turtles or even Spider-Man, if there's cards in there that you really like and you grew up loving Spider-Man, he's your favorite superhero, if people are just making you feel bad about it, those aren't really people you want to be playing around.
Yeah. So like you guys can hate the sets as much as you want, but in the end, like there's going to be fans for it.
Yeah, it's a game. At the end of the day.
Yeah. And like they can't please everyone. Like how many players are there? Like what, 20 million Magic players?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna butt some heads.
Yeah.
But anyways, we've been chatting for a while. I think it's time to call it a day. Daniel, can you hit the music, please?
Thank you guys for getting through the episode. If you like any of these cards, go over to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to get you a discount at your checkout. Support a great business, support us, heal me with the medicines, you know what I mean? If you want any cool places to put your Super Shredder deck, you're going to go to... Oh, sorry. We're almost coughing. We're okay. We're all right. It's quite the ad read today. You're going to go to nerdgear.ca, promo code IT99 again. It's going to get you your Commander Essentials kit, your dry erase tokens, your cool sleeves. It's going to get you everything you need. And thank you guys for supporting us. Like, share, subscribe. It helps out. Go over to Patreon if you want to directly support us and build this deck and others. And everyone have a great week. I give you the music.
All right. Laters, everyone.
See ya.